Alright guys, thanks for clicking on the video. As you can see in the title, we're going to do the Scream Factory Collector's Editions Part 8. This will be 92 through 100. Guys, if you missed the first 7 parts of this, please feel free to go back and take a look at those videos. When I was shooting Part 6, right when I got to Misery, I was supposed to show a title after that. Somehow I missed it. I have no idea how the hell that happened, but I guess maybe I left it up on the shelf, or I just set it to the side and forgot to put it in there right after Misery. And I showed Silent Night, Deadly Night 1 and 2. I was supposed to show this one though after Misery, so we're going to jump into that first thing. That way I'm not leaving anything out. I'm sure as people are going through the videos who know Scream Factory's catalog very thoroughly, I'm sure they're going to watch that video and go, hey, like, what the hell? Like, he forgot, like, a pretty important title, because I believe that was first time to Blu-ray, and there's a lot of fans of that movie, too. I don't know how the hell I did that, guys, but I did. Guys, we're going to be here for a minute, so please, as always, please feel free to go get a snack, get something to drink. Let's take our time with this. We're going to kick back. We're going to hang in there for a bit and shoot another video, guys. This will probably be my last video for the night. This is well, it's 2:45 in the morning, so this is now Saturday, July 11th. So I've been back here pretty much shooting videos all day. Earlier I did Part 5, Part 6, Part 7. So now I'm doing Part 8. I'm here in Georgia, and it's now 2:45, so this is probably the last video for the night. Unfortunately, I have to work this weekend, so I work some crazy hours and some crazy days. So with the weekend coming up and everything, guys, it might be a few days before I get back on here to shoot more videos. That's why whenever I get the chance, I shoot as many videos as I can and, you know, upload them immediately. Like I said, today I shot 4, yesterday I shot 2, the day beforehand I probably shot a couple, and I'm definitely doing it where I shoot more than, you know, one video at a time. I try to crank them out, keep the content coming on the channel. That way it gives you guys something to come back forward to, you know, look forward to and come back to. I've been checking the comment section and everything, and so glad that you guys are hitting me up in there. You know, like I said, you take the time to hit me up in the comment section, I'm going to hit you right back. But thank you guys so much. As I was uploading Part 5 and 6 today, I uploaded them and immediately, I mean, I wanted to go back maybe like an hour later just to see if anybody had actually even watched them. Sure enough. And you guys are loving the Arrow video stuff too. That's great. That's great. So I'm going to keep that coming out too as well. So guys, like I said, please go get yourself a snack and something to drink. We're going to be here for a minute. We've got some stuff to show, and plus I have to make up for a title that for some reason I left it out apparently for Part 6, but we're going to make up for that. And I noticed too that when I was doing the videos, like let's say for Return of the Living Dead, The Thing, Carrie, you know, I got the alternate slipcovers over here, and I didn't show them, and I don't know why the hell. I mean, I had them sitting right there on the shelf in a little stack. But tell you what, let's start the video about that. Let's do that right quick. Let me get the alternate slips out that I've showed so far, and we'll go that route. Guys, as before, Nightbreed. I showed that big box set in the last video. Like I said, that's not a collector's edition, but it is a limited edition. You had your choice to get that big box, or you could get the director's cut 2-disc set, and it came with this slipcover. I do have the big box up there, like I showed in the last video, but I did pick up this slipcover because I had to have it, and found a seller on eBay who sold this to me a while back. I was fortunate enough to get that just to have it because I want all the stuff. Even though I want to eat those words here in a minute. This was the alternate slip for Return of the Living Dead, and I actually might have a lot of people who disagree with it, with what I'm about to say, but that's fine. I have both posters of it, and I love both of them, but if I had to pick one, it'd be this one. I love that. That purple on that really pops. I love the acid burn Freddy on that. I mean, who hasn't seen this movie? If you haven't seen this movie, do yourself a favor. This is one of the best films of all time. Dan O'Bannon is... Oh, man. He's a legend for putting this movie out, that's for sure. And we got some great actors in there, too. But anyway, guys, that's the alternate slip for Return of the Living Dead. Here's the one for Carrie. I do like this artwork better than I like the original slipcover that came on it. That thing is nice. Those colors pop. The posters for these guys are just as great. They pop. The colors on them pops, you know, so well. Scream Factory did a great job. You know, selecting both the artworks, putting posters out for them. Couldn't praise them enough. It's great stuff. Like I said, guys, I do have both the posters for Nightbreed, Return of the Living Dead, and Carrie. And here's another one, and that is John Carpenter's The Thing. Like I said, I do have both posters. I have this one, which was the alternate slipcover, and of course everybody has seen the regular slipcover that came with it. And if you didn't, you can see it because you can go back in my videos and look, and I think that might be part 3, part 4, somewhere around in there. So you can have fun with that. Guys, out of those, I have every alternate slipcover, like, you know, the deluxe kits that Scream Factory put out. All except for one, and that was Child's Play. The reason why I don't have Child's Play, I remember right when I got into collecting Scream Factory, you had the choice to order the movie with the 18x24 poster, or you could order the deluxe kit, which was the movie, an alternate slip, 2 18x24 posters in the NECA. And I kind of regret not doing it now, because I like to have everything by Scream Factory, of course. Once the obsession started, it just got worse and worse. I'd love to have it and everything, but to be honest with you, the alternate slipcover and the poster for it, I just didn't care for that artwork. I like the nostalgia of it, that they used the Good Guy box, for Chucky. I like it and everything, and of course I would like to have it in the collection. I think that little small NECA figure, that was the first time Scream Factory licensed a NECA figure with NECA, but I think it was really small, and I just didn't really see paying that money for it at the time. And of course now you get on eBay to go look for that shit, or a Facebook group or whatever it may be, and it's just, they want a ton of money for it. And I pretty much made my mind up. I'll probably never have that, because any price somebody's looking for is not something I'm gonna be probably comfortable with paying. So I just kind of, can't. If the saying is true that you can't have it all, then that's just one of those things where I can't have it all. So, but no big deal. I showed this movie in part 7, and that's if you can see behind me right there. I was showing it and looking at it while I was doing the video. I was like, while I'm uploading this video, I'm gonna pop this in and watch this movie. Sure enough, and that's exactly what I'm watching. And Brian Cox just got to meet Sam. Fuck, man, that's a great movie. That's a great movie. I've watched this movie every single Halloween, as I'm sure anybody who's watching this channel. It's that movie has become a staple for a lot of people for the Halloween season. It's just one of those perfect movies. It's might get a little bit of shit for this, but it's to me it's really it's become a tradition to watch this just as much as it is to watch John Carpenter's Halloween. I'm not comparing those two movies together. I'm just saying what a tradition it's became. So I'm sure a lot of people can agree with that. All right, guys. Anyway, let's jump into it. First up, like I said, let's make up for this right quick. I have to do right by it, guys. And I think that was in part 6 today. I got to Misery, showed it, and I should have showed this next, but I failed to do so, and that is none other than Hell Night. This is a great release. If I'm not mistaken, this was the first time the Blu-ray for Scream Factory for this title. I mean, just this title in general. I'm not aware of any Blu-ray that existed before this. They pumped this thing full, though. It's a new 4K scan from the best archival film print. That means they probably couldn't find the 35 or anything like that, so they just had to go with what they had. Like I said before, guys, it's unfortunate, but to think that a lot of these titles that we get from these boutique labels, they'll go to you know, chase down the film for it. That's in these, you know, like in these big vaults in these production studios that still have the ownership and the rights to it. They'll go to pop open the can and the shit hasn't been preserved well, and it's just sitting there turning to liquid, rusting the hell and back. As I said before, I've listened to Cliff McMillan from Scream Factory say that they go to review some of the film elements in the film that they would find in those canisters, especially for the Roger Corman films. And there was Roger Corman films that they actually found, but there was no way to save it, and there was no way they could restore it or do anything with it because it was just so decomposed. And that's a shame to think about that, because there's just so many fans of these movies who want to go back and you know, not even just fans who know exactly what that movie is, but there's people out there who would love to visit some of these films they've never seen before. Unfortunately, probably won't be able to get the chance for that, especially if, you know, shit's not taken care of. That's how it works. So, but anyway, guys, enough of that. This is Hell Night. I have the poster for this one. I was very excited when they released this, as was a lot of other people. I know that poster went pretty fast. I was fortunate enough to get my hands on it, and this is a pretty, this is a very scenery kind of film. Like, it's very gothic once they get inside that mansion and all that. It's, you know, the dressing on that set for this film is, I mean, it kind of looks colonial based a little bit, but it's a really good film. I love the ending to this movie too. It's great. But guys, I'll have to set that off to the side because I have to put that way further back there from part 6, and we're up here in this little, well, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's about right there. That's where we're at right now, and it starts way over there, so it goes in here somewhere. Enough of that. Anyway, guys, here we go. Let's start this one up. This will basically be kind of counting that one. It'll be 92 through 100, or without counting that one. Anyway, guys, just before we go any further, I do want to tell you that we're going to go through this stack. Unfortunately, I am missing one of the releases. I went to go back before I shot this video and really look at the releases that Scream Factory had done. And unfortunately, I'm missing one, which is to be expected. I am missing. I'm not one of those people who, as we sit right now, have every single collector's edition. I don't own every single thing that Scream Factory put out so far because their library is just so extensive. And they have a lot of shit. But I'm thinking, I wrote it down, the titles I'm missing. And as of right now, where I stand for the available titles that's out now, like I just saw somebody with Kiss of the Vampire and The Evil of Frankenstein. So those two are technically out. I'm missing 9 collector's editions as we stand right now. And the reason for that is, guys, it's not because I didn't want to buy the titles or I wasn't interested in them. It's because I was really focusing on buying a lot of things, especially for the last couple months, and just didn't really get around to it, even though I was meaning to. You know, I've been buying a lot of Arrow Video stuff. Not only their new stuff, their limited edition sets, their standalone releases, but I've been going back trying to buy the Blu-ray window box sets, the DVDs, steelbooks. So, you know, just going, especially when it goes to that out-of-print stuff that's no longer manufactured and in circulation, I ended up having to pay like a good bit of money for that stuff. So, you know, it's hard to keep track of all these companies and keep up with every single thing coming out. There is guys out there, there's YouTubers out there who get it, I mean, the day it comes out. And they lock in their pre-orders, I mean, day one. But kudos to those guys and everything. It's just, it's a little difficult for me. I mean, even for those guys, I'm sure they kind of struggle financially with keeping up with that game. But there's a lot of them out there that do it, though. But guys, as we move forward, when we get to that point where obsession's supposed to come into play, I'll say it. But unfortunately, that is the film that I'm missing in this stack. So, just let that be said before we go any further. Alright, guys, let's start it. But believe it or not, I think I got to, like, you know, 102 collector's editions before I ever missed one. So, I'm pretty proud of that. I mean, I got, you know, over 100 collector's editions before. I think we're right at the 100 mark. Yeah. So basically 100 collector's editions, and I'm only missing one out of the first 100. It's pretty alright. I've been doing my homework pretty good so far, so I'll give myself a pat on the back for that. But anyway, guys, this is a great Mick Garris film. A lot of people shit on it. I was glad when they announced this because I'm a big Stephen King fan. Anything that comes from Stephen King turns into a film, I'm glad to get it. And guys, that is Sleepwalkers. I love the hell out of that artwork right there. I have the poster for this as well, and it looks absolutely amazing. Those colors pop so well. They did such a great job with that artwork. Guys, that's Devin Whitehead who did the artwork on this. Between him and Joel Robinson, I could not pick my favorite. I love both those guys' artwork. Especially Joel Robinson. I probably have a little bit more Joel Robinson artwork, just because he's probably been working with him for just a little bit longer. And but Devin Whitehead's definitely done some artwork for him. That Trick or Treat set, that slipcover you see right there with that art on it, that's Devin Whitehead as well. Devin Whitehead did a fantastic job for the Night of the Creeps slipcover in that poster. Fuck, man, that thing is beautiful. I'm a huge fan of that film, and when Scream Factory announced that damn set, I was like, nope, I'm not just getting that movie. I want that alternate slip that comes with it. I want that Tom Atkins. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and show the slip for that Night of the Creeps. But guys, this is what I'm talking about right here when it comes to Devin Whitehead. Fuck, man, this is a thing of beauty. Look at that, guys. Look how detailed that is. And that poster that they printed for this, it looks just as good. The colors pop so well. After they released that set and people started getting them, I started seeing people sell the posters on eBay immediately, and I was like, damn, like that artwork is great. I could see selling some of the other ones because just people don't be like, artwork's okay. But that, I mean, it's got Tommy Atkins on the front of it. Why the fuck would you sell that? I'm not talking shit, guys. I'm just saying. You know what? And I got mine. It's hanging in the living room. I wouldn't mind getting another copy of it just to maybe hang up back here, maybe hang in the hallway or my bedroom or something, because that artwork's so great. I'd love to have 2 posters of it. I mean, fuck, I've already double dipped before. Why not keep going? But guys, anyway, before we go off subject too much, that is Sleepwalkers. You know, I don't think this got a new scan because there was already a prior Blu-ray at this point, so they probably just used the same scan. I will tell you though that this release does look amazing. Sounds great. You get a new audio commentary with Mick Garris. Commentary with the actors, new interviews with Mick Garris. I always like watching the interviews with Mick Garris. I have another Scream Factory release, and that is Psycho 4, and to go through and watch some of the vintage special features that involve like the behind the scenes making of with Mick Garris. That's always a treat for me. Interviews with the actors, special makeup effects creator Tony Gardner, new behind the scenes footage. So I kind of really need to look at that new behind the scenes and compare to my other Blu-ray over there, because that Blu-ray over there also has behind the scenes footage. I have to take a look at that though. But this is great though, guys. I couldn't recommend that. I mean, if you already got the the standalone Blu-ray from the other company, and you're okay with it, I mean, that's fine. But if you want some special features, go for this one. Plus, I mean, this Scream Factory knows how to put out their releases. I'm telling you, man, they have my heart when it comes to their picks. Alright, guys. Next up is one of everybody's favorites, and that is none other than Candyman. Guys, before you go to eBay to look for this too, there is maybe another 1 or 2 in this stack. This one right here, though, if you're interested in this from Scream Factory and you're okay with it without the slipcover, please do yourself a favor, go to Walmart. I'm seeing a lot of those in Walmart. I'm seeing a lot of other people go to Walmart and buy them, especially on YouTube videos, Facebook groups. And they're finding them for like 10, 13 bucks. And it's definitely worth it. This thing is 2-disc set. It's packed full. Packed full. Like, there's no room left on these discs for them to put shit. They packed them so full. But the reason why I'm telling you is, if you want to go out and grab this movie, do yourself a favor. Go spend the 10, 13 bucks on it. Try to stay away from eBay, because there's motherfuckers out there, which I call scalpers, that I hate to death. They say don't hate the player, hate the game, but this is some bullshit, and this is what they're doing. They're going out to Walmart and they're buying every single copy of this they can find, and they're getting on eBay and they're flipping it for 35, 40 bucks. You don't believe me? Go on eBay right now, search for Candyman Scream Factory, and see the prices that you see on it. They're selling that bitch like it's out of print, and Scream Factory no longer prints it. Scream Factory literally just released this not too long ago. Like this, you know, this didn't come out like at the beginning of Scream Factory and now it's out of print and they lost the rights. Like, it was recently released. So guys, please be careful about what you buy. I'm just trying to help, not trying to talk bad about anybody. You know, I know the game is supply and demand. I've said it plenty of times before. I just don't like to see people get taken advantage of, especially with a lot of people that don't, a lot of people don't have the free time to sit there and be like, okay, like I'm gonna look and see if this company still has the rights for it and go through all that fucking political bullshit and all that. And I understand that, but I just don't want to see you get ripped off. So, you know, if you got 10, 13 bucks you want to spare and you're interested in this movie, do yourself a favor, go check your local Walmart first. Or maybe you can find a Facebook group who, you know, somebody's done went out and bought an extra copy or something, had it, didn't realize it, whatever. Go that route. Just watch what you spend for it, guys. I mean, even eBay sellers that are, you know, spending 10, 13 bucks on this at Walmart and they're flipping on eBay, I'd say like, you know, 20 bucks. I mean, they're covering the fact that, you know, they got to ship it to you. Plus, they're taking time out of their day to get to the post office, you know, postage, whatever it is. I mean, I understand that, but when you're taking a $13 movie you just picked up from Walmart and you're getting on eBay and you're saying, well, I'm selling it for $50, you're a fucking asshole. But anyway, guys, they say don't hate the player, hate the game kind of shit. And that's just whatever, man. Collectors shouldn't be out there fucking one another over. So, but I'm sure maybe, you know, maybe there's people out there who aren't collectors that's just buying that or whatever. But mostly it's collectors, guys, because they know that that's a boutique label, and they know they're gonna make $1 out of it somehow. And the bad thing of it is they're making a lot more than just $1 by scamming somebody. All right, guys, moving along. This is Urban Legend. It's another 2-disc set. They did a phenomenal job with the special features on this. I'm not sure if there was a prior Blu-ray release to this or not. There's a lot of shit on here, though. New feature-length documentary on here. When they announced this, too, they also released they announced and released the sequel as well, which is called, like, Final Cut or something like that. I did not get that one. Actually, was it Final Cut? Something, guys. Might have to look at that if you're interested in it. I don't really know jack shit about it. But I was glad to get this one, though. I remember seeing this one back in the day. It was alright. I liked it. And the artwork on it, I like that too. It's pretty badass. I believe I got the poster for that. Yeah, I did for sure. And that is artwork done by Joel Robinson. Guys, before I go on too much further, that artwork right there is done by Joel Robinson as well. There was an alternate slip, and I just failed to show it to you because I'm trying to go too fast. Anyway, guys, that was the alternate slip for Candyman. That release is great. 2-disc set. Got the theatrical cut, the unrated cut. There's so much shit on those discs, guys, that I don't think there was any... It's just like the Thing release. I don't think there was any more room on these discs to put special features on. I'm such a fan of this film. Scream Factory, when they announced it, plugged in that pre-order, got the deluxe kit, the 2 slip covers, 2 posters, you know, all that good jazz. And then Arrow Video, of course, announces it as well. They announced it as a limited edition set. I bought that bitch too. I mean, who doesn't love Candyman? Tony Todd is fucking king. But God, man, that Bernard Rose, I'm telling you, that's a great fucking movie. But anyway, guys, that one right there was Urban Legend. I'm pedaling backwards. All right, here we go. The release, so they announced this release, showed us the art, and it wasn't too long after that they were like, sorry guys, we got to change the art due to some legal bullshit. And we all knew exactly what the legal bullshit was, but you guys, I know you already figured this one out, but that is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Next Generation. A lot of people shit on this movie, hate it. They call this the transvestite Leatherface movie. I like this movie. It's, you know, it's fucking awesome. I have a lot of fun with it. Let me hit play on that again, guys. That menu is gonna fuck with me, but I have a lot of fun with it. You know, I would definitely say, I mean, I don't think it's. I remember their statement when they came back and they told everybody the reason why they couldn't go with the original artwork. And guys, if you didn't get to see it, I'm sure it's floating right there somewhere on the web, but we had this right here. That was all the same, but you had like a silhouette, which was pretty obvious who the characters were. They had some detail on them, but Matthew McConaughey was on this side and Renee Zellweger was on this side. And I guarantee you it was either both or one of them was like, you better not have my fucking face on the front of that movie. Because they're A-list celebrities, and half the time, shit, more than half the time, A-list celebrities is not going to go talk about some movie they did like 20, 30 years ago. And, you know, especially if you've been in Jerry Maguire with Tom fucking Cruise or, you know, whatever, they're not going to say jack shit. And neither one of them participated with the special features on here. This is a great release. Don't let none of that shit disparage you from going to get this. This is a great release. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the first time to Blu-ray. So being a big Texas Chainsaw fan, this was fucking up my alley. I love it. Is it as good as Texas Chainsaw 1 and 2? Fuck no. But, you know, it's part of the Texas Chainsaw franchise. I like it. Warner Brother Archive did Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, and I'll be honest with you, that's great. I got it, you know, as soon as it came out, I got it. Big Texas Chainsaw fan. But I'm sorry, but that fucking scan looks horrible. Hopefully, I don't know what they used to clean that film up with, or exactly how hard they tried, but the end result of that, I mean, I go over there and pull it off the shelf and I'll watch it time to time, and I'm like, man, I don't know what the fuck. Damn, guys, I probably shouldn't have this movie on the background. Be fucking distracted. I love that damn movie. Alright guys, a Hammer horror film, we all know, especially if you collect Scream Factory, or maybe if you're new to Scream Factory, I'm about to tell you this, Scream Factory now for a little while has been putting out Hammer horror films like crazy. A lot of them got standalone releases, and a few of them, actually a little bit more than a few now, I think we got about a handful or two, have got the collector's edition treatment. And guys, I did have this one on a DVD, and a Hammer horror 4-film set on DVD. And I watched that long before they announced this one. So I was very happy when they announced this one. I love the hell out of this movie. It's eerie as hell. It's Hammer horror, so it's definitely got this really overtone of gothic feel to it. I love the lighting of this movie. Fuck, that sticks out so great. The cinematography, especially for Hammer horror, is very unique. And I think that's what gives it... It gives us a certain style. But, guys, this is Christopher Lee, and this... Fuck, man. What else more can I say? Dracula, Prince of Darkness, guys, it's great. I guess got a new 4K scan of the original film elements, new audio commentary with the Arthur, the World of Hammer horror, the World of Hammer episode, Dracula and the Undead, a documentary Back to Black, theatrical trailer, still gallery, and even got some of the old. Actually, that's a new commentary. With Troy Haworth, but never mind that that commentary, the audio commentary with Christopher Lee. That's an archival commentary. So I almost got a little excited there. I was like, wait a minute, I better go back and fucking listen to that because I didn't know that. But anyway, guys, that's a great release. Dracula, Prince of Darkness. Unfortunately, I don't have the poster for that one. I do love this film and everything, and I wouldn't mind having that poster. Now I saw the artwork for Kiss of the Vampire. I'm not really feeling that artwork. It is what it is. I saw the artwork for The Evil of Frankenstein with Peter Cushing on the front. Now that shit, I like that shit just as much as I like this. So I wouldn't mind having those. Guys, if you actually have the poster for this, you don't mind parting with it. You know, I'll be interested in buying and trading. You know, just don't be obnoxious and want fucking $500 for the poster. Like some of these assholes on eBay. But, guys, I definitely recommend that. Okay, guys, next up, I keep saying this every time I run across one of this guy's films, especially in Scream Factory. Scream Factory is no secret. They love the hell out of John Carpenter. I would definitely, it's safe to say that John Carpenter is like the bread and butter of Scream Factory. They just have so many of his films, if not all of them. Anything he's associated with, they've even put out. So I'm sure they don't have, you know, every single little thing, but damn if they ain't probably close to it. And there's nothing wrong with that. We're all fucking Carpenter fans, and we love his shit. With that being said, I'm sure there's people out there who love this film. and they just clamor towards it, have a lot of nostalgia with it. Unfortunately, guys, when I saw this film back in the day, I didn't care for it then, and recently just revisited it again, and I don't really care for it now. But that's Starman. Like I said, guys, I mean, when it comes to Carpenter, I love the fuck out of that dude. I mean, Carpenter's like one of those guys, to me, it's like tattoo worthy. But unfortunately, I mean, this right here, from any Carpenter film I've seen, it's probably gonna go down there at the very bottom. But I'm glad they released it, though. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of fans out there who love this film, and they released it. They probably got excited as shit, and that's awesome. I dig the hell out of that. Like I've said before, Scream Factory has a little something for everybody. Don't matter who you are, they're probably going to get you covered in some way. But as I said before, you know, Scream Factory they've done these announcements like, okay, like Mad Max, like where does that fit in at the Scream Factory line? Well, it doesn't. Not really. It's apocalyptic. It's not even apocalyptic. That was like later on. You know, Cyborg, fucking RoboCop 2, 3. I still think Teen Wolf 1 and 2 is a far stretch for Scream Factory titles. I mean, all this shit I just said, Garbage Pail Kids, all this is kind of like Shout Select titles. For me, I would have thought that this would have been a Shout Select title. You know, something to do with Shout Factory, not Scream Factory. But it is what it is. And I'm glad we got it nonetheless. So, I mean, like I said, there's a little something out there for everybody. Escape from New York, that technically really didn't belong in the Scream Factory line. I mean, who am I to say what belongs and what doesn't? But if I'm looking at it from the horror aspect, it kind of really didn't fit it. But like I said before, it's a Carpenter film, so it gets a pass. So to me, this is a Carpenter film. So, I mean, it kind of gets a pass because, shit, Carpenter's known for his horror and everything. But, you know, I mean, Shout Scream Factory is kind of, you know, I mean, one company's owned by the other. So, I mean, anyway, we're not going to go too much further than that. Guys, I have this one right here. I've had this, I was late to the game picking this one up too. I ran to an FYE and I bought a couple of these. Starman was one of them. I found at FYE, picked that up. I think it was like, I found it in the used section with a slipcover on it for like 16 bucks. And I was like, well, here it is. Might as well grab it. At least I ain't got to pay 25, 30 bucks for it. And here's another one. Unfortunately, I haven't seen this, guys. It's been sitting on the shelf here for a little bit. Just haven't got around to watching it yet, but I will. I love the hell out of Charles Bronson. I know there was a lot of people who got excited for this release. Twilight Time originally put this one out, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe either it was out of print or it was going out of print. And I think Twilight Time just did one of their last sales because I think that whole company's going out of business. Either that or they're being bought by somebody else and they're going to turn the label into something. I don't know, guys, if you're familiar with Twilight Time or you want to hear some more news on them or something, I'm not your guy. I only have one title from Twilight Time, and that was John Carpenter's Vampires, because there was no fucking existing Blu-ray of that, to my knowledge. And I had to pay a little pretty penny for that on eBay because it was already out of print. But I had to have that movie. That's another, you know, James Woods movie, and I fucking had to have that. That guy's crazy as shit. Like, I don't just buy his movies because I love him. I like his acting, but the shit he says on social media is, Jesus Christ, man. That fucking guy needs to be drug tested immediately. Guys, but anyway, haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to get around to it. That is 10 to Midnight. I heard Jeff Nelson, when they announced this, I believe they announced this at San Diego Comic-Con, and he got me excited for this film. Kind of talking about how there's like basically it's kind of like a whodunit film, but it's kind of like a slasher undertone that's hidden in there. So I was like, almost described a Giallo film there for me for a little bit, but I'm going to check it out though. Just haven't got around to it. We'll definitely do it though. Got a new 4K scan of the original camera negative, new interviews with actors Andrew Stevens and a bunch of other people, new commentaries, theatrical trailer, radio spot, still gallery. They got a lot of commentaries on here. Holy shit. I wonder how this one stacks up compared to the Twilight Time release. I would assume Scream Factory probably has more because of the fact that maybe they, you know, they were fortunate enough to actually come up with a bigger budget for putting out this title for supplemental material, and plus the Twilight Time release was probably a couple years at least before this one, so who knows though. Guys, if you have a Twilight Time release, you love this film, hit me up in the comment section. Tell me, you know, tell me which version, you know, if you have both of these, tell me which one's better. You know, I mean, hell, if you simply just flat out fucking hate this movie, hit me up in the comment section. I want to hear about it. Next up, guys, Jesus Christ, we're 35 minutes in. Like I said, guys, I was going to take my time, but damn, I didn't realize I was going to take this long. Here's another title. It's another one of those titles where I go, like, they're going to put that out of Scream Factory? Like, this seems like something Shout would be doing. It is what it is. And there's a lot of fucking Stallone fans, so, you know, for those who are very excited about this and love the hell out of this movie, kudos to you. You got what you wanted, and Scream Factory was able to fulfill that for you. But that is Cobra. Guys, if I'm not mistaken, I think Scream Factory was not allowed to do any kind of new commission artwork. I could be wrong on that, but I do remember when they announced this, there was something to do with that, saying that they only had so many boundaries they could go through to put this out. They did give it a new 2K scan. There's a lot of new shit on here. This thing is full, so they, even though they didn't get to do like new commission artwork, I guess they were like, fuck it, we got a budget, we're gonna throw this thing together with some damn. There's a lot of supplemental material in here. I guess I just never really picked up off the shelf and looked at it. Guys, I've had this now in the collection for a while. I just haven't watched it. I've seen this movie, of course, way back in the day. I think, shit, this movie was like in a 4-pack movie pack from. It's like the 4 films movie collection, and this was one of them. And I used to watch it that way. I only seen it like once or twice. Anyway, they packed this shit full though, and I got this on eBay for like a really good price. Checked it out, you know, when I got it, I opened it up, made sure the disc was okay and all that shit, put it in a baggie, and it's been sitting on the shelf since, but, you know, maybe I'll get around to it one day. Here lately, I've not been in the mood for Stallone films, though. I can be honest with you about that. I had to go down memory lane, though, because when I was a little kid, I used to watch the hell out of some action movies. God damn, Rambo was my shit. Still is, too. Love the hell out of Rambo. Never mind. I'm not gonna talk about that. We're gonna be here for another 40 minutes. Me talking about fucking Rambo. All right, guys. This is the last up in this. This one, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoa. 9. Oh yeah, and Hell Knight makes it 10 because I had to do makeup for that. So hey, we got 10 titles out of this video. Alright guys, this was another one I bought from FYE when I went through there. They were having a sale on some of their Scream Factory titles, and I saw this one sitting there with a slipcover on it, so I said, might as well grab it because I need it. And that is Valentine. Guys, I know for a fact that the artwork is done by Devin Whitehead. You can always kind of tell, you know, I can kind of decipher Devin's artwork from Joel's a little bit, but fuck, I love them both. They're so great. I love both those guys. They do amazing artwork for Scream Factory. Like I said before in my last video, sometimes I look at the artwork from, the CRP group, and I always just kind of wonder, like, yeah, I mean, it's kind of a hit or miss for me sometimes, and even the ones that do kind of hit, I'm just kind of like, well, I wonder what Joel and Devin would have done with it. So I always get kind of interested with that. Like I said before in the last video, I would like to see a bonus feature of some sort where they're kind of showing us the behind the scenes on how they pick, maybe the selections they had to pick from. The shit they have to jump through, you know, the hoops to get all this shit put together in these releases, because I'm sure it's a lot of work. And you know, that's a good thing about these boutique labels. They go, not only do they clean them up and make them sound great and look fucking fantastic, but they throw so much supplemental material in there. And I know that's a lot of work, and I would really like to see the behind the scenes of that stuff. It'd be great to see like a documentary of it, or, you know, something. I'd be happy with that. You know, YouTube actually has a couple interviews there with Jeff Nelson and Cliff McMillan. I think it's like film cuts or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And that's fun to watch, but it's not really, you don't really get to see, like, you know, the the obstacles they have to go through of getting these releases out. Although we do get to see Jeff Nelson's office in there. That's about it. He just has a bunch of Scream Factory posters hanging up on the walls, and I think he's got like a lot of one sheets down there, which is cool. That's fucking awesome. That guy collects that stuff. You can tell he has to love his job. Anyway, guys, that was Valentine. I have seen this movie before. I have not watched this copy yet, so I'm not going to tell you that, oh my god, this fucking thing looks amazing. I haven't watched it yet. I'll get around to it, but it does have a new 2K scan. Learn to speak. 2K scan of the original film elements. A lot of new material. You get new audio commentaries with directors. There's a commentary with filmmaker Don Coscarelli, which I don't even know why the fuck he has a commentary on here. The Phantasm fame director actually has a commentary on Valentine. Might have to check that out now. It got my interest. New interviews with actors. Surprised Denise Richards had anything to do with this, but that's fucking cool. Yeah, hell yeah. Anyway, guys, that's Valentine. Alright, guys, like I said, I was supposed to say this, but after Starman, right before I showed 10 to Midnight, that's where Brian De Palma's obsession should have been. Unfortunately, I'm missing that one. But I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna go ahead and order it and get it locked in. I was trying to look around for prices like on Amazon and eBay, and I was finding stupid prices. But you go straight to ScreamFactory.com and get it for like 25 bucks. So $25 plus tax, and as long as you order $50 at least, you can get free shipping. I know with all this shit that's going on right now with the pandemic, I've hearing a lot of nightmare stories about what warehouse they're coming from. People are making these large orders, and they're getting like one at a time here and there. They're coming from different warehouses, so I'm not sure what's going on with the with everything with Scream Factory, especially with those with the way they're shipping and all that. And who knows? The mail's definitely got a. It's probably just not their fault, but the mail system itself has a lot of shit going on. But guys, I would definitely have I would definitely have a lot more Scream Factory. I mean, I have a ton of it, but here lately, like I said, I was collecting like the Arrow video stuff. I made one hell of a purchase for the Halfway to Black Friday from Vinegar Syndrome. Fuck man, I think I spent like about $350 just on that, and I bought a lot of shit. I pick up stuff from Synops, Blue Underground. A lot of different companies. I don't try to just stick to one because I want to get a dose of everything. I recently just started 88 Films. I just picked up a dozen of those. So, getting 12 of those at once. I mean, I paid a little bit of money, to get all 12 of those that fast. Just trying to dive into other things. And if I just stick to one label, like, yeah, great, I'll have everything that they have out, but I'll be missing out on something else from another label. And I like to give every label a chance. Just talking to Frank Fulci last night, and I was asking him, I was like, "You just done your video on Unearthed Films, and I know nothing of them. I don't even own one release of them. Tell me one release like I should buy right now." And he named off 3 of them, and I was like, "Okay, well, I asked for 1. He gave me 3, so I'll buy at least 2 out of the 3." So I did. I put in an order for that. I'll do the unboxing video for that when I get them and take a look at them. I'm very anxious to get those. Guys, like I said, I would have more Scream Factory stuff, but just the sales, they just don't have it. They had this whole, this cabin, it was like the Cabin Fever sale or some shit, during the first start of that pandemic. And yeah, some of the prices was good. I should have jumped on there and probably ordered, a lot of the titles I'm missing. Like I said, I think I'm missing, fuck man, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... At that point, I was missing like 7 collector's editions. I probably should have just went ahead and jumped on there and ordered all those that I needed. And, still have them coming in and just fill those gaps. But, like I said, Scream Factory needs to work on their fucking sales, though. I will say that, in 2017, in the summer 2017, we had a 50% off sale. And I'll never forget that. Fuck me, I probably spent like $250 just on that sale. And I got a lot of shit in. There were some good prices, but... we'll get a Black Friday sale here and there. They do their Shocktober sale, which is pretty good. They have a Valentine's Day sale as well. So I try to get on there and grab a few things here and there when the sales are good. But guys, when you walk into a normal day for ScreamFactory.com, to go in there and buy one title, you're looking at like 28, 29 bucks. You got tax. You know damn well you have to buy something that's at least 50 bucks. Your order's going to be at least 50 bucks. If not, they're going to charge you a shit ton of money for shipping, which is like $7, $8, $9 for shipping, which is insane. But like I said, I'd have a lot more if they did better sales. Hopefully down the road, they'll provide us with some better sales. Even Amazon's pricing sometimes could be even worse than what ScreamFactory.com is. But anyway, guys, I don't want to drag on too much with that. We're already at 45 minutes. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around. If you made it this far, you are a champ. Thank you so much. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, please feel free to subscribe. I put up content a lot. I'm going to keep it that way, keep it consistent. Hit me up in the comment section if you own any of those. Tell me which ones you own, which ones you like the best. If you flat out fucking hate it, tell me which ones you hated, which ones you get over, you paid too much for, which, there wasn't enough features for you, whatever it is. But, guys, please feel free to hit me up in the comment section. But as always, guys, be safe and be careful.